Got a little rain falling up here at Nevada County. We're heading for Idaho. We're taking the Chief, and I think my friend Jake is coming along. And we're gonna head up to the 45 Ranch, and then if the weather cooperates, we're gonna head inland and do some exploring around southern Idaho. So it should be a fun weekend. All right, got the Chief all gassed up. It's still raining a little bit here, but the ceiling's pretty high. I think we can still make it. My name is Jared White. Join me as we explore Northern California and beyond, enjoying the somewhat more affordable side of general aviation.
Chief is rolling.
We made it to Winnemucca. Beautiful day over here in Nevada. A little bit of some high clouds, but pretty calm down here on the surface. Jake's riding along with me in the mall. We're on our way to the 45 Ranch. There's a special flying they're doing up there, and I kind of got lucky and got a ticket to it. And then another friend of mine that was supposed to come along with us, he ended up not being able to go, and so Jake got the ticket. Here, let's go over. Let's see if Jake will give us a tour of his plane real quick. Jake, here, use this.
Oh, okay.
Tell us about your plane, Jake.
Okay, this is a 1994 MX-7. It's a 180 horsepower O360.
O360.
Yep. I got this not too long after I started my flight training with Jared's brother Jesse. And I think I had 10 hours in the in the Piper, the 140, and then or the Cherokee, and then me and Jesse went out to New Mexico, Magdalene, New Mexico, on a 90,000 acre cattle ranch, and pulled this out of Mr. Buck Wilson's barn. Flew it home in one day. Yeah, and anyway, yeah, it's super clean inside. Nothing fancy. All I think there's no upgrades except I put a ADS-B out on the wingtip, and then obviously I put the bush wheel 29-inch bush wheels on it.
I need to get two mics so that we can both talk. Yeah, we'll figure this out. But yeah, this mall is nice. I've flown it a few times, and it's a good machine. So I don't know. We're gonna keep on head north.
Yep, you're the leader. Follow the leader.
We're gonna head to McDermitt State. All right, we're gonna try out my new camera mount boom here. I think it's gonna give us a nice view, but I am worried that it's a little too flexible. So. We're out here in the desert. I don't know where I am, but this is a nice little dry lake bed out here. The chief is happy. Trusty McDermitt. Nice little airport. Nice long runway. I think we're gonna go that way, find some food. Here we are, downtown McDermitt. Hopefully the old 25-cent slots cafe is gonna have some food for us. Yeah, the door's open. We're walking back to our planes. It's a bit of a walk though. It's easily half a mile or so. Good job, Jake. Holy moly, the flies are off the charts in here. All right, folks, Jake and I got our tents set up and we're all settled in. Just a beautiful evening up here in Idaho. Get the river flowing. Up here at the top of at the start of runway 34. We had a great flight up here and we got in, I don't know, probably like 3 or 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was a little windy. We circled a few times, and I decided to land 3-4. When I was circling, I looked down, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's a windsock right kind of in the middle of the runway, and it had been showing a little bit of wind, but on my last kind of circle, it was hanging straight down. So I was like, all right, I'm going to land 3-4, and I think it's 3-4. It landed to the north. But this sock here, kind of at the end of the runway, was showing a little bit of a tailwind, and I landed with a little bit of tailwind, and the guy on the radio kind of chewed me out, but I just felt a lot more comfortable landing 3-4. And Jake decided to come in, landing to the south when he landed, and he did great. He came over the little ridge line there and just put his flaps in and dropped it right in. But you know, the go around, which, you know, I'm coming out here, you don't want to have to go around because you know, you're going right into the canyon there, which you might be able to fly out of, but it'd be pretty tight. And then, but going around this way, there's just a little bit more room. Anyway, it's nice up here. This is probably about the max, the max conditions for the Super Chief. We're gonna leave early tomorrow. It'll be about 50 degrees, so I don't think she'll have any trouble getting out of here. But you know, coming in when we landed, it was over 80 degrees, and it was the density altitude I think was over 7,000 feet. So the Chief was flying fine, but definitely not a lot of extra performance. All right, well, we're gonna go sit by the campfire, and then I'll talk to you guys in the morning. So long. All right, the sun's coming up here at the 45 Ranch, and Jake and I are getting ready to blast off. We're gonna get out of here while the air is cool and the performance of the Chief will be a little better. It's been a fun time up here. I'm not sure if we're coming back tonight or not. We're gonna see where we end up. But yeah, I met a lot of nice people, and we'll be back someday again. Got a pretty fancy water treatment system here. Turn it on. Cheers. Super Chief is all gassed up. She took about a little over 12 gallons, so we had almost 5 gallons left coming in here, so easily an hour's more of flying. There's a nice restaurant up on top there. Ah, Jake is here. I also noticed a nice A10 over there. I might have to go check that out. Oh yeah, that's a nice A10 right there. I bet those things are fun to fly. We got some other old jets here. Looks like a MiG. I wonder if any of these are still in flying condition. They might be. There's a lot going on here at Nampa. Lots of planes flying. We got a nice little grassy area where the kids are playing out there. We just had a tasty breakfast at the Tower Grill. We're moving on. There's Mr. Roland, the plain silly guy, cruising in for gas. This is a beautiful spot. See how the mighty Maule does. So beautiful out here. He's got a little bit of a tailwind, but he's down.
Well, that wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. What do you think, Jake?
I think early bird gets a worm because I got the tailwind on that one.
Yeah, well, it picked up a little bit. That's why I kind of warned you. I was like, oh, you're going to have a little more tailwind, but it's, you know, you landed uphill and plenty of runway. Ah, it's beautiful out here. This is Idaho. Now we're on the trail to the hot springs. The lady said it's maybe a mile and a half. I don't think it's quite that far though. We'll see. Nice little camp area here for ground campers. All right, I think we're getting close to the hot springs. The river's right down there. Oh, we got a little rock maze. Now we got the river. And it looks like the water just kind of flows right in this way. Maybe we'll feel it out and see how hot it is. Now look at it's coming out of there pretty hot. All right, we're gonna go down and see if we can find a pool. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's hot. We're gonna have to go downstream and find some cooler water. I made it all the way down to the river here. I think one of these pools right next to the river is gonna be the perfect temperature for me. This is by far the coolest hot springs I've ever been to. You could just go, you could pick the warmth you want in just all these random little pools that were all spaced out there. And then I found this one pool where, you know, one side of the pool was like nice and super hot, and then you could just shift over and the temperature would get colder and colder, and like one side of the pool was icy cold. It was pretty cool. It's just a beautiful spot up here. About a 1 mile hike each way to get to the hot springs from the top end of the runway. I think I'm gonna blast off. We got a nice little headwind kind of blowing right down the runway. I kind of want to blast off and then try a landing coming in over the trees, going downhill. I think with a little bit of headwind, it won't be too bad. So I should be able to touch down right in here somewhere and still have 2,000 feet to roll out.
Warm Springs traffic, Super Chief 36587, departing runway 20 to the south, staying in the pattern. Warm Springs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was textbook perfect.
I almost slammed it on the ground a little too hard. I was like, oh man, I'm coming down. But I had just enough flare.
Yeah, that ground effect worked perfect, huh?
Yeah.
Ah, the Super Chief! Come on, let's head out for a hot lap.
Space to final ball.
Ah, here he comes. So generally at Warm Springs, you'd probably land going uphill if the winds were calm. But with a little breeze coming down the runway, you can drop it into these trees pretty easy and get on your brakes and stop even before you even start going down the hill. Here he comes. He's got all kinds of speed. Too close to the trees there, Jake. Nice. This might be my favorite spot here in Idaho. Well, but we gotta keep moving. We're gonna fire up and head for Idaho City. Ah, Iowa City. Nice gravel runway up here. It's not quite as nice as the grass, but there's food and drink nearby. So I think we're gonna spend the night here. I think this bridge will take us right into town. Oh yeah. Idaho City. This is a cool little town. Oh, they got some big curbs. Oh, it's a beautiful evening here in Idaho City. Had a nice dinner at Trudy's, and we're gonna head down here and see if we can find an adult beverage. Let's see what it looks like out here this morning. Ah, there's the chief. Oh. It's raining on the chief. Yeah, we got a little cloud cover out there, but looks pretty high. Should be good to go. Oh man, this is some nice Idaho. Here comes Jake. Yeah, if you land on just that little uphill section, then you got plenty of room.
Not a bad place to have a coffee, huh?
Oh, this is a nice spot. I don't even know what lake we're on. What do you think, Jake?
Just exploring the right yonder.
Indeed. Oh, this is a nice spot up here. This is why you come to Idaho. Well, there's lakes everywhere, but just the beauty. It's fun flying down in the canyon down here. Oh, there's the Super Chief in the Maule. Boy, I'm gonna make my thumbnail here. This is thumbnail country. What's Jake doing over there? He's making more runway for himself. I trust these spots. You get down in the hole, you got about, I don't know, I think about 700 or 800 feet. Somebody got caught high and dry out here. Oh boy, this poor old boat's looks like it's been out here for a minute. This boat might still float, but we've definitely got some structural damage up here. Wonder how long it's been out here. Oh, she's got some hull damage. I don't know if she's gonna float when the water comes back up. Mountain Home, Idaho. Nice grassy camping area there. Barbecue pit. Some airplanes working the pattern. Get some gas. Let's check out the little pilot's lounge here. See what they got for us. Oh, not too much. That's about all we got, Jake. They got some restrooms for us. Good old mountain home. Well, what do you think of Idaho, Jake?
I think it's amazing. Coming back for sure.
Yeah. Well, we're about to head for home. You don't have to wait for me because I don't.
What, you thinking 5? Mine said 3
I think
and a
like
half.
5 or 6 hours for me to get home, and yeah, so.
Yeah, I gotta look at these storms though, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to dodge some storms, kind of going back towards Winnemucca, but it doesn't look too bad out there. So.
Thank you for taking me.
See you, buddy.
All right.
The Super Chief is on the ground. That was kind of a bouncy landing. It kind of came in a little hot, but you know, let's see, flight time 2 hours and 43 minutes. So that was a long flight in the Super Chief back from Winnemucca. At one point I was doing, like 55 knots, but then I don't know, once I got up a little higher, it smoothed out a little bit. Made it home. Which is a good craft. All right. The Super Chief is safely back in the hangar. Speaking of hangars, it's time for me to introduce the first official sponsor for the Trusty Aeronaut channel. My friend Jake owns NorCal Steel Buildings, and he builds nice buildings. So if you're looking for a hangar or a carport or a big red steel building, whatever you need, check out Jake's website, give him a call, shoot him an email, and let him know the Trusty Aeronaut sent you. He might give you a discount or maybe buy me a steak dinner or something. So thanks for flying along with me, Jake. That was a fun trip. I also want to say thanks to the Jim Richmond Backcountry Aviation Foundation, who kind of hosted us at the 45 Ranch. It's a beautiful spot out there, and hopefully I'll be back again someday. It was kind of a memorial for Dooley Vanyo. I didn't know Dooley personally, but it sounds like he loved flying, and I enjoyed hearing kind of some of the stories. So Godspeed to him. And speaking of kind of flying out to the 45 Ranch, the old Super Chief is a good flyer with her 85 horsepower, but if you're thinking about going out there, make sure you have the performance to do it. And those canyons, they look bigger than they are. Or in the videos, it looks like there's plenty of room, but it's some pretty tight flying down there. And make sure you go in the morning when the weather's cool. We kind of arrived in the afternoon and it was kind of bouncy, and I probably wouldn't do that again, just because if it gets too gusty, you never know what could happen down in the canyon. So that's about it for this adventure. Thanks for watching. I know this was a long one, but it was a great trek into Idaho. I'm not sure when I'll be back up there, but I'm looking forward to it. So consider subscribing right up here, and check out Jake's NorCal Steel Builders right down here. I'll see you guys on the next one. So long.